Hello Internet, my name is Aqua and welcome to Minecraft. Tekkit Lite. Now if you don't know what Tekkit Lite is, it is a mod pack from quite a while ago. I think it hasn't been updated in almost a year now. And you'll notice some things right away perhaps that are a part of the mod pack. I'm looking at one right now. But other than that, I'll get to this in a moment. You'll see in the upper right there is a mini map, which is very nice. I can hit X and brings up a full map, and there's you can see some stuff on the map that doesn't really make a lot of sense, but I'll get to that shortly, along with everything else. There's a lot to explain. So, right now we've got a nano saber that I can turn on, and it uses electricity, and it's basically a lightsaber. You got a crossbow, got a diamond drill and a mining drill. Mining laser, sorry, it's a laser, it goes through you. And a canvas bag, which has stuff in it. Well, it's a chainsaw right now is all, but, and other than that, also in inventory, we have a jetpack, we have rubber, we have red alloy wire, all this crazy stuff that's going on all over the place. I don't think I really have enough time to explain everything, honestly, it would take quite a while, but I'm going to explain a pretty decent amount of it. So, if you see, we have armor here, we have a couple of pieces of nanosuit armor, which is, pretty good, it's pretty good armor. Then we got the quantum suit armor here, which is better. It's better by a lot. And over here we got some solar arrays. These are medium voltage solar arrays that took 16 solar panels. No, wait. More than that. 8 times 8, 64. 64 solar panels to make one of these things. Which is kind of crazy. And there's another level to these, which is even more. But I'll get to that later. Actually, I won't, because we don't have them, so it doesn't matter. Haha. This is cable. It's running electricity down. I don't have a meter, so I can't read what it is, but meh. So then down here, also I should say that this is a server that my friend and I, it's a private server that my friend and I have been working on, and we've been doing a lot of stuff. This building is a factory that I built. This is my room. It's got carpet next to the bed. I had to remove some of it because it's not actually carpet. This is like version 1.4 or 1.6 of Minecraft before carpet was introduced. So I kind of made carpet with micro blocks, which if you don't know what those are, you basically can make a saw and then cut blocks into pieces, and it's really weird and cool. I got a painting of a skeleton above my bed, because that's just what happened. Some things just happen. So now, because of the pants, I can go fast by hitting a button. It's really nice. This is his room. It's just blank right now. It's just fine. I'm going to be adding lights similar to these. These are lights that can be turned on and off at a moment's notice. Well, not really, because it takes a while, but just something that I did on purpose. I don't know why, I just felt like it was a cool little thing. Above here, I'm not going to show it, but there's a bunch of redstone going all through here. And behind here, which I'm also, well, I guess I can break this real quick and show it. We have, whoop, we have a wireless transceiver right here that is going to a wireless receiver in the ceiling. So that's where that goes. Boop. Boop. Now down here we have more lights, and this is the actual factory. So over here we have this diamond chest, which is huge. And this thing over here, if you're wondering, is basically, if I get rid of this thing, it's the thing that shows all of the everything in this. There's 38 pages of this. I thought there were 41, but apparently there's 38. And pretty much you can just like click on the thing like Energy Tesseract. I don't know what that is. I don't know what it's for. I've never touched it. But you can just click on it and it'll show you everything you need to know, and you can click on this and it'll show you need to know. I don't know what any of this is. Don't pay attention to that. We're going to talk about the stuff that I know what it is. So this factory, I don't know that it's efficient. I don't know that it's very good, but we have cactus. And we have a few things going on here. So we have a compressor here that is a singularity compressor. These are all advanced machines, so they're going very, very fast. Actually, if you see right now, it went so fast that I couldn't even show you. So that's cool. It should pop into here soon. No? Okay. Well then, that's fine. But we have a compressor for compressing things. We have these macerators, which have overclockers in them, which makes them go even faster. You can see how fast they go right there. It's processing some gravel into flint automatically. It can also process any kind of ore, and it will double it, turn it into dust, and it will send it to this thing. This is all automated, by the way. Over here we have an extractor, which is for making rubber out of sap. It's not called sap. What is it called? It's called something. I don't know. What is this? Wow. That's stuff we don't need. Cool. And all this is automated, by the way. So basically you put stuff into that chest, and it'll go to all these machines, and then that other room, which I'll get to in a minute. These are induction furnaces. They just go really fast, and they can hold 2 things at once. And over here, we have 2 recyclers, which turns things into scrap, if it will do it. There it goes. And it gets sent off to over here, which is a mass fabricator. It fabricates mass, which is UU matter, and you can use this to make anything in the game. So that's kind of cool. Right now, I need to remove this, but there's piping going to a chest in this other room, which is kind of neat. So over here, we have a high-voltage charging bench for charging things like the quantum suit pieces, mostly, and anything else, really, that takes electricity. So the chainsaw, diamond drill, laser, jetpack, and lap pack, which is just a storage thing, so it can, be out mining longer. And this is the storage room where we have a bunch of stuff. I accidentally made this into a crystal chest so you can see through it. It has a bunch of stuff. Things that have been added in this mod are silver, tin, bronze, and copper, and refined iron, and more silver that needs to go elsewhere. There's also buttons to automatically, they're kind of hidden right now, so you can't see them. I'll actually get rid of that. So you can see these buttons right here that'll sort everything out, so I can hit that button, it'll sort it that way, sort it downward, and sort it by zigzag. Boom, it's really cool. Got a bunch of stuff here. Got all sorts of this stuff. We got coal dust, which is for things. I can't take all the time to explain what everything is for, because that will take like an hour. There's a lot going on here. This is one of the mods chests that I have all the materials for. Stuff like advanced alloys and carbon plate, which is what the dust is for. We have diamond lens. We have reinforced glass. We have a bunch of heat vents that I don't need anymore, and I'll show what that is for. And also a bunch of wire, like glass fiber cable and 4 times insulated cable. Blah, blah, blah. There's also copper and gold cable. And here we have a project table, which is like my favorite thing ever. We have a bunch of uranium cells in this one, because that's the last thing I was doing. But basically, you can put stuff in it, and it just stays there. And it's the best. You can also put stuff in this inventory. So if you set up one thing, I can't really craft anything right now, because I don't have stuff for it. Yeah, it doesn't look like I can make anything currently. But if you put stuff in here, and then you have all the materials down in here, and then you can just keep making stuff, and it'll just use the materials down here. It's really, really nice. And we have different levels of chests here. We have obsidian chests, which can't explode or get broken by anything except your own will. And we have these diamond chests, which are basically just big chests. We have iron, there's gold over there, and regular. So there's all sorts of stuff, and all of these are getting pumped to from all these machines, which I'll show you the system for that in a minute, actually right now. And then we have a chest over here that I'm going to expand later to make more stuff. So it basically just dump the parts in here and it makes things. This one makes circuits. It's really handy. So now if we go down here, we see a giant mess of horribleness. Underneath all of these covers are things like pipe, which you can see stuff flying through. And where is that stuff coming from? I'll show you later. But for now, you can just see this is some copper cable, insulated copper cable running from these storage devices, which are right here. This is a transformer to make it low voltage, because this outputs medium voltage, and if you put medium voltage into a low voltage machine, it will explode. That's happened a couple times. Whoops! Anyway, these each hold 600,000 EU, which I can't remember what it stands for. This thing over here holds 10 million. Wow, that's crazy. So we have all this stuff going on here. We have an automatic crafting table here to turn scrap into scrap boxes, which are more efficient for the mass fabricator. Blah, 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 that's boring. Over here is the thing where it makes the circuits. So you just dump items into here, and it'll put all the items necessary, and then it'll make it in a circuit, and it'll spit it out and go through the system. This is a little messy, to say the least, and I'm going to clean it up someday. But for now, it works, and that's fine. And I hate it, so that's fine too. We have some cable going off to some other machines that are outside that we'll go ahead and talk about right now. I'm just gonna speed through all this, so I hope you're keeping up. This guy's very important, and we'll get to why later. It's reactor emergency light. That sounds scary. So now we go over here. We have a little bit of cactus farm with a couple machines. What do these machines do? They harvest things. They're called harvesters. Who would have guessed what they did? So basically, there's no power going to these right now because I got too much cactus. Apparently it still has power. I don't know how. How do you... Oh, it's almost out. Okay. So these will automatically harvest things. put it into the pipe, and put it into the chests over there. Actually, it'll send it to the furnace, which will cook it and turn it into cactus green, and then it will go to the chest. And under here we have some automatic planters, which we can show off right here. We got 9 of them, or 8 of them, I guess, going on. So anytime you break it, as long as there are seeds in here, it will automatically be planted. We have the same thing over here for carrots. It's a very nice system. It's getting dark. I'm gonna go to sleep real quick, and we can continue on with the tour. Also, this is like the fastest paced tour ever, so I apologize for that, but there's a lot of stuff to get through, so just bear with me. Over here we have cows and pigs, and we have chickens over there, which you saw a little bit of. Here we have rubber trees that were giving us rubber, but they've pretty much dried up at this point, which I didn't know was a thing that could happen. Looks like there's a couple on here, actually. Each of these, if you click with the tap, you get some sticky resin, which turns into rubber, which is really good. These are flax seed, which gives us string for these bags that you can open up, and you have all the space, and it's very nice. So here, I got some other crazy stuff going on. We have another portal, who cares? This is our original area, actually, where we first started, where we just pretty much found a cave, put ourselves in it, and started mining away. And we've since moved on, so I'm gonna go ahead and put my jetpack on here really quick, so I can get up here a little bit faster. Up here, no, it's still got, well, there's a weird thing happening sometimes where you can't see the stuff in the pipe, but there's this, yeah, there it is. Okay, I was gonna say, this pipe is full of oil. This oil is going to a refinery, which is off right now because it has no energy. But basically, this fuel, this was also pumped out by what this was. There was a pump up there that was going all the way down, and if I break this middle block here, I think I've safified it. Yeah, a big old hole in the ground. Very dangerous. Probably shouldn't have opened that up, but well, those are gone now. That's fine. So basically, this refinery works very slowly, and it makes fuel and puts it into these tanks, which are being used by some engines that we'll get to in a second here. First off, down here, which is powering the refinery, we have 6 steam engines, which have no fuel in them right now, so they're off, which kind of sucks. And I'm gonna have to go get fuel again. Which is, oh no! Why does that keep happening? It's daytime! I slipped right away. It's still a creeper. That refinery has almost blown up so many times. It's real bad. I need to make a building around all this stuff, because eventually I can make pipes that will teleport in oil to those things, so you just have it whatever. But anyway, so right now you can see that there's a thing running over there, which we'll actually look at in a second. This is what it does, though. It just makes a huge hole in the ground and gets all the blocks and puts it through a pipe, which is where all the stuff is coming from. So it just is constantly spitting out stuff, which is awesome. And down here we can see the engines that are powering it, and they all have water and fuel going to them. They look very nice and stuff, if I do say so myself. We tried multiple times to get these running off of just 3 pumps with water, because it said online that 1 pump can power 3 combustion engines as long as it has 4 redstone engines, which are these things. These are all the pumps powering it, or giving it water, I guess. And I said one of these with 4 redstone engines, which are these things, going at full speed, which they are right now, will give 3 combustion engines running fuel 24/7 enough water to cool them down. That is a lie. Don't believe that. So over here we have the quarry, which is the actual machine running this thing. And as you can see here, we have a bunch of water in there right now, because if it hits lava, it'll automatically turn into obsidian, and it'll grab the obsidian instead of getting stopped at the lava, which is very nice. Those chickens are kissing. And we have the power cable pipe thing coming from the engines over there, and we have pipe going all the way over there, and this thing's just going to keep going that way. Like, we're going to, each time this finishes, we're going to have to move it and such, but it's not really that big of a deal. So it's pretty handy. It just auto mines for us constantly and just keeps giving us stuff. And then other than that, got the pumps. Got pumps going to the steam engine. Oh yeah, and I forgot my boots make me jump higher, which I could have used earlier. Oops. Anyway, we also have the Tower of Pimps here, which if you're a fan of Achievement Hunter, you'll know what that is and be appreciative of it. Otherwise, I pretty much just wanted to use more gold, so I just decided to do that because we have so much gold and we don't know what to do with it. So we're just like, let's just do whatever we want with it. So I did that. I believe that's pretty much everything. Oh, no it's not. I'm forgetting one very important thing. So the solar panels are giving us some power. It's giving us about 250 EU per tick, which is basically the Minecraft equivalent of a second. It's basically, whoops! Well, good thing I'm wearing my boots. Down here, we have a nuclear reactor going. This thing around it is a force field, and that is because we have these LZH condensators in it, which are cooling these quad uranium cells. And if you know anything about Tekkit or anything about industrial craft, these things are scary because they heat up very quickly. They do produce a lot of energy. In fact, this is producing about, I think it's 560 EU per tick right now, which is double what those 4 solar panels are doing. And this is just with one row of these. I'm eventually going to have like 3, at least, maybe 4. So we have the potential of a lot of energy here. And basically, this is the thermal monitor. So if it goes over 500 heat, it will activate this and turn on that light that we saw upstairs and tell us, hey, your reactor's overheating, go turn it off immediately so we don't all die. And actually, this force field will contain a lot of the blast. And eventually, I'm going to make all the walls out of this stuff, which is reinforced stone. So even if it does explode, bad things won't happen. But basically, why this has a force field around it, besides the whole exploding thing, is so that we can have this reactor coolant injector. Uh-oh. That's dangerous. We can have this reactor coolant injector, which will repair these LZH condensators anytime they get below a certain durability. I'm going to put in this lapis that I have because I'm scared. And these each use 2 per thing every time they get repaired, which is actually going to happen pretty soon. So we're going to get to see that happen right about, wait for it, now. Look at that. All of them got repaired. And then it used up all the lapis plus some I just put in there. So that's why I'm a little bit scared about it. But this force field is powering this coolant injector for some reason. I don't know why that is. And if I turn that off, we're basically all going to die. This is a switch to turn on and off the reactor. Which I might turn it off for now. Nah, it's fine. So that's the reactor room. And the mass fabricator that I talked about earlier takes over 500 EU per tick. I think it takes a full high voltage thing, so... let's put on my jetpack. Right now, the only way to get back up is via jetpack. So I need to put ladders here in case I fall down and forget my jetpack or something. Kind of important, you know, but it's all good. So anyway, I'm going to get a quick view of this entire building from afar so you can see what it's like. And I think I'm going to, that'll be it for the tour. A very, very whirlwind tour. I don't know why I decided on the shape. I just kind of, as I went, I kind of decided how I wanted it to look. So I had a basic idea for it and how I wanted it to be laid out. And it actually got pretty close to what I had planned originally. So I'm pretty happy with it. Little designs on the front and such. I've been trying to think of things to add to the outside, but I think it's pretty much done for now, really. So it's a very large building, houses a lot of stuff. I'm pretty proud of it. It's one of the bigger builds I've done in survival anyway. So, and these materials, everything that you see was gathered by hand or by, you know, whatever. Some of it by laser, really. Which I'm gonna go demonstrate real quick because it's my favorite. Well, it's not my favorite, the quarry's my favorite, but for personal mining usage, oh my god, I'm going so fast. For personal mining usage, this is the best. So basically, you just right click, and just shoot a laser. And there's a few different modes you can turn it to. Low focus, long range, is pretty, you know, self-explanatory. Horizontal, which makes it so it just stays at the same y-axis, always. Then we have superheat, which automatically smelts stuff. So instead of getting cobble, you get stone. Instead of getting iron, you'll get iron ingots, etc. Is this a... oh. Whoops. Well then. That's the pipe from the quarry, if you were wondering. And we have scatter, which, is that. That's going to be a pain to clean up later. And we have explosive, which I'm not going to show because it killed me. Actually, screw it. Kaboosh! Makes a big old blow up. Did I just ruin the thing? I hope I didn't ruin the thing. I think I missed it. Yep, missed it barely. Wow, that was That was really close, actually. I got so lucky. Okay, so with that, that'll do it, I think, for this little toury kind of thing. If we make significant improvements or changes to this place, there's also a ton of mining stuff going around here that, you know, nah, whatever. But if we make significant changes or improvements to this, I will come back to it and show you guys some more stuff. And if you have any questions about anything, maybe I'll make a video detailing stuff on how things work, like the reactor, or or the whole system I have going on underneath here. What happened? Why is this? What happened? What's going on here? Did lasers happen? Oh my god! I think lasers happened. I think the what? I think the laser that I shot went all the way through to here. Well, I'll repair that later. For now, that'll do it for this video. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, share it with your friends. And I'll see you next time. Bye! Wow, I actually ruined everything. That's amazing.